Alright, gamers, welcome back to another episode of Quarantine Ramblings, or Austin Ramblings, as I like to call it in my head. I don't know why I didn't come up with that title in the first place. I kind of wish I did, but that's besides the point. Today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on Half-Life Blue Shift, which was the last expansion pack for the first Half-Life game, and why I think calling it an expansion pack is kind of a stretch. Now, I'm going to compare this to the first Half-Life expansion pack, Half-Life Opposing Force, which, by the way, is an amazing experience game. Calling it an expansion pack is kind of a disservice to it, because by itself, even, like, if you took away the expansion pack type thingy and just gave it, like, its own, you know, like, made it its own game, I think it would do very well, because it is, oh wow, it's amazing. But that's besides the point. Comparing, you know, Opposing Force to Blue Shift is kind of unfair to Blue Shift. That's because Opposing Force delivers on being an expansion pack. It expands on the game, it adds in new weapons, new levels, a new perspective. Perspective being Adrian Shepard, you know, one of these guys I'm shooting right here. HECU, you know, HECU. You know. And Blue Shift does this too. It does it with the perspective of Barney Calhoun, him being a security guard during the Black Mesa incident, which, by the way, I don't really think that's that much of an interesting perspective. It'd just be kind of like Gordon Freeman. It's very similar to Half-Life, and that's the thing I'm getting at here, is that it doesn't really expand on the Half-Life at all, really. You know, it's just adds in no new weapons. It's just very by the books, bog standard Half-Life 1 experience, you know. And the thing about this is that it's actually shorter than Opposing Force and Half-Life. So far on Steam, I have 9 hours on this game. I'm pretty sure that's 2 playthroughs. That's how short this is. If a person plays this game and they know what they're doing and they've played this multiple times, they could probably complete this even faster. It doesn't really, it's mediocre at best, you know. It's not awful, it's not horrible. It's playable, you know. It's Half-Life. It's a Half-Life experience. Half-Life experience on its own is not that bad. It's just that it doesn't really just add anything new. It's just bland, it's boring, you know. And that's the thing, because Half-Life Blue Shift is the just dumped code of a failed project. Originally there was supposed to be a Dreamcast port of Half-Life, you know, to the Sega Dreamcast, but then the Sega Dreamcast, you know, went bye-bye, it went poo-poo. And so basically Gearbox Software had the code to this game that they were never going to release, and they're like, oh crap, what should we do? And they just decided to release it as an expansion pack for Half-Life in 2001, I believe. So yeah, it's just really just leftovers, really. Half-Life leftovers. It's a better name for this expansion. Better name for this. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Half-Life Blue Shift. Some people I've talked to say that they really hate this. I can kind of see where they're coming from, but you know, it's not horrible. Honestly, I just don't care for it. You know, it adds in nothing new to Half-Life, really. You know, it's just boring. So yeah, second episode of Quarantine Ramblings. I hope I was a little bit more on topic this time and not spazzing about the place, because I'm not good at doing this type of stuff, because I'm a spastic retard. Yeah. Okay, cool. See you later. I'm probably gonna upload a bunch of these today, because I'm going insane. Bye, idiots.